Okay, good morning, students. In our yesterday's class, we have discussed about the first type of micro operations, that is arithmetic micro operations. Arithmetic micro operations, where there are four basic arithmetic operations. We have discussed. One is addition, where it is maybe called as a plus b. Second one is subtraction, subtract, which is called as a minus b, which we have implemented it by using 2's complement of b. And third point we have discussed is increment, that is a plus 1. And fourth operation we have discussed decrement, that is a minus 1. So these are the four micro operations, and there we have discussed one hardware circuit for each operation, one hardware circuit for each operation. We assume that our size of the register is of 4-bit length. Size of the register is 4-bit length. There, wherever is required, we have used full adder or half adder, like sequence of full adders or half adders, which are connected to each other. As I told you, it depends upon the size of the register. The number of full adders or half adders may be incremented. If our register is of 8-bit size, we need to use 8 full adders or 8 half adders, like that. And a combination of these full adders or half adders is called as a binary adder, binary subtractor, binary incrementer, binary decrementer, based on the operation that these adders are being performed. So if we use these adders to perform this addition, those cascading of adders is called as a binary adder. And if these full adders or half adders are used for performing this type of addition, which is nothing but a subtract, then that type of cascading means or connection of sequence of full adders or half adders is called as a binary subtractor. Or else, if the same half adder or full adder is being used for incrementing the given number by 1, then that is called as a binary incrementer. Okay. Now the same half adder are being used to subtract a minus 1, that is called as a binary decrementer. So this addition, okay, this subtraction, we use 2's complement. Here also the subtraction is nothing but a plus the 2's complement of 1. So 2's complement of 0, 0, 0, 1 is nothing but 1, 1, 1. So when we are going to add a plus 4 ones, then we will get this decrement operator. So this is a basic 4 operations under this arithmetic micro operations, which we have discussed in the previous class. Now, as I told you, when we discussed about a circuit or hardware implementation for addition, immediately when we discussed about the subtract operation, we have designed or we have explained, we have come across through a binary adder and subtractor, and I told you we don't go for designing one hardware circuit for one operation. That's why with the help of the binary adder subtractor, we can perform both the addition and subtract operations. But when you come to the arithmetic logic unit like ALU, where one unit AU is able to perform all the arithmetic operations and LU performs logical operations, so thus that arithmetic unit contains 4 different circuits for performing 4 operations or only one circuit is our question. And today's answer or today's explanation is based on the answer of that question. I am repeating the question again for your sake. Does the arithmetic unit, whatever is the part of ALU, that arithmetic unit contains 4 separate units or 4 separate hardware parts to execute 4 arithmetic operations, or put together collectively we will have only one unit. We will have only one unit to perform all these operations. So you can simply say only one unit, because as the size is lesser, our CPU, that much it is more effective, which we have discussed in the generation of the computers. First generation, vacuum tubes, very huge size, like that. When the generations keep on going, your CPU size also gets reduced because of integrated chips, etc., etc. So in those such a small size of the computer, to perform all the 4 arithmetic operations, we use only one common circuit. We use only one common circuit. So that common circuit or common hardware part, which is going to perform 4 arithmetic operations based on the selection, we will discuss today. And as I told you, to perform these arithmetic operations, we use full adders and subtractors. So here, how many operations totally for arithmetic operations? We said 4 operations. So if you want to choose any one of the 4, so there are 4 inputs are there. One is addition, subtraction, incrementer, decrementer. 4 inputs are there. At end of this, only one output should come out. Either we need to perform addition or subtraction or increment operation or decrement. So when there are n inputs and required output is only 1, for that purpose we use a multiplexer. Of n into 1 size. So here either this one, any operation should be into. So output is either addition output, subtract output, increment output, or decrement, any one of these outputs. Okay. So here, if we want to select, if we want to select any of these 4 operations, any of these 4 inputs, I am repeating again. If we want to select, why I am stressing select, you can understand by this time, I think. Any one of these among 4, we need to use certain select lines. But how many select lines we need to go for 4 combinations? So 4 can be written as 2 power 2. Why 2 power 2 is 0 and 1, our binary digits. 2 possible inputs are there. So we need 2 select lines for selecting any of these 2. Say for example here S1 and S0. So if S1 and S0 both are zeros, assume addition will be executed. If S1 is 0 and this is 1, assume subtract will be executed. And if it is 1 0, think incrementer may be performed. If it is 1 1, think decrementer will be performed. This is the basic idea behind performing all the 4 operations with one hardware part. Performing 4 operations with one hardware part by using one multiplexer, 4 operations. But it is a 1-bit operation, performing 1-bit addition, performing 1-bit subtraction. But if you want to perform a 4-bit addition, 4-bit subtraction, incrementing a 4-bit number or decrementing a 4-bit number, like this, we need to have a sequence of multiplexers. If my register size is 8 bits, I need to have 8 multiplexers like this. With all the multiplexers, we have the 4 combination of inputs, only one output, whichever among all these. And all these 4 multiplexers or all the 8 multiplexers will be given same select lines continuously for all the 4 multiplexers. Same continuously for all the 4 multiplexers. If S1, S0 all are zeros, for all these multiplexers addition will be executed. S1 and S0 are all ones, for all the multiplexers decrement will be executed. So that is the idea behind designing the arithmetic circuit in single hardware implementation which can perform the 4 operations. Now let us see how all the 4 operations are being performed in a single circuit with the output combination. So for the sake of time saving, before starting the class itself, this diagram has been drawn with the corresponding table over there. You see, and our assumption here is the size of our register is 4 bits. Size of our register is 4 bits. Okay. Now 1, 2, 3, 4 multiplexes. Here 1 full adder, 1, second full adder, third full adder, fourth full adder. And again, once again I am just suggesting you, or maybe you can say warning you, that when you are going to start giving the numbering, always in our digital computer we have to start from 0. We have to start from 0. So even for the explanation's sake, if the size of the register is 4 bits, I said we are using 4 multiplexers and 4 full adders. But when you are giving the numbering, it should be multiplexer 0, multiplexer 1, multiplexer 2, multiplexer 3. In the same way, full adder 0, full adder 1, full adder 2, full adder 3. Don't think that I have written these, I have given allotted these numbers just by forgetting. No, not by forgetting. Just to explain you that we are using 4 multiplexers, I wrote 1, 2, 3, 4. But number notation, when you are going to labeling them, you should start from the 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, fine. Now we are using 4 multiplexers and we are using 4 full adders. So why 4 full adders? Why not half adders? I told you. The difference between an half adder and a full adder is it takes 2 inputs and gives 2 outputs. But whereas a full adder will take 3 inputs and 2 outputs. So why we need 3 inputs is whenever we are performing a subtraction operation which is called as A minus B, this definitely should have 3 inputs. 3 inputs. One is A, one is complement of second input plus 1. Okay, so that's why we are using all the full adders only in our circuit. Okay, now come to the connections of this. As I told you, we are going to perform 4 operations. So that's why 0, 1, 2, 3. That is 4 lines are there, 4 input lines are there for each multiplexer. 4 lines are there for each multiplexer. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3. To select any one of these 4, we need 2 select lines S1, S0 that are there. S1, S0, S1, S0. Don't get confused while giving the connections. See, S1 is connected, S0 connected. Okay? The same is passed to second multiplexer, both are connected. Again the same is here connected. Again the same S1 and S0 connected like this. Fine? Now 2 select lines for selecting any of the 4 options. Now we want to add A plus B. So means A0, A1, A2, A3, B0, B1, B2, B3. Yeah, 4-bit size. You can ask me, you can write even in this direction also. A3, A2, A1, A0. Left to right like this. B3, B2, B1, B0. Anything more MSB or LSB for your understanding sake, I am given 2 notations there. So actually either addition between these 2 inputs or subtraction or incrementing or decrementing is being done by not multiplexer. It is being done by the full adder. So whatever the 2 inputs we are giving, though either those 2 inputs is one input is A, second one is maybe B, or one input is A, the second one is maybe minus B in the case of subtraction. So one input is A, second one is plus 1 in the incrementation. One input is A, second one is minus 1 in the decrementation. So whatever it is, the common here is A. So in all the 4 operations, A is common, plus B, minus B, plus 1, minus 1. These are different inputs, but common is A. This is meant for addition, this is meant for subtraction, this is meant for increment, this is for decrement operation. But here A is common. So for that purpose, what we did is here, for this full adder, just see, for full adder 0, we have given A0. So here full adder will have 2 inputs. One is x0, y0, x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. Okay. So here x0 is A0, x1 is A1, x2 is A2, x3 is A3. Clear? So you can write here the output x, the input x is common. That is A, 4, A. So the output or the input x is always A. So A is x. Now there is a second input for every full adder. It should be 3 inputs. Let us discuss about the second input. So the second input here is y0, y1, y2, y3. So here the second input y, the first input is this one. Okay. The second input y is either B, you see, or B bar for the subtraction, or 0, 0, or 1, 1. Any of this. Okay. Now how this y0 will be B or how this y0 is B bar, we will discuss now. And as I told you, third input. Third input is C. This C in. So initially C0 will be given from external side. This is the third input for the full adder. C input, C in is the third input. So external initially will give this Cn can be given either 0 or 1. The Cn value either 0 or 1, which will be supplied by the user of this circuit. So now for the first full adder, when we give C0 as a third input, when we perform here x0 plus y0 plus c0, whatever it is, y0 maybe b or minus b or plus 1 or minus 1, but operation is x0 plus y0 plus c0. It gives you one sum and one carry bit. Here this is the sum bit, and this is the carry bit. That is the carry bit. So this carry bit directly given as the third input to the next full adder. Here x1 is there, y1 is there. The carry generated from the previous full adder is given as the third input to this full adder, which again gives a sum D1 and a carry D2. Okay, now this carry is transferred like this. These x2 plus y2 plus c2 are gets added, and d2 is the sum and c3 is the carry. And when you come to the third full adder, x3 plus y3 plus c3 is d0 is that, and c4 which is the final carry and carry. Final carry and carry. So after performing this operation, our output is C4, D3, D2, D1 and D0. So this is the sum bits and this is the external carry bit. Sometimes this external carry may be 0, sometimes it may be 1. So when we add two 4-bit numbers or when we perform subtraction between two 4-bit numbers, so the output will be of 5 bits, where the 5th bit may be 0, may not be 0. It may be 0 or 1, depends upon the previous operation. So this is the final output. But how this Y input is going to change? So Y input must change. Like you see, initially here, when S1 and S2, S0 or S1 or what it is, are 0, 0 or 0, 0. So you know the truth table for a 2-bit is S1, S0, give combination 0, 0, 0, 1, so 1, 0, 1, 1. This is binary equivalent is 0, 1, 2, 3. So if these two are 0, 0, whatever the input that is there at 0th position should be activated. So here, if you see this 4 multiplexers, what is the input given at the 0th position is B0. B0 is, you can see any multiplexer, B1 at 0, B2 at 0, B3 at 0. So if S1 and S0 both are zeros, directly B will be the input. B will be the input. And if S1 and S0 are 0 and 1, whatever the input that we transfer at plus 1 means here plus 1 here, second option of your multiplexer. So what is this? B0 directly given, but it is complemented. So here it is nothing but B0 bar. It is nothing but B0 bar. So here you just see B1 bar, just see B2 bar. So here also, here also B3 bar. So S1 and S0 are 0, 1. So here the input what we give to the multiplexer is B0. So here that will be come out. B0 bar will be come out. B1 bar, here B2 bar, B3 bar will come out in this case as output from this multiplexer. Fine. Now, okay, if S1 and S0 are 1, 0, that is binary equivalent of, decimal equivalent of 2. So whatever the input we are giving at pin number 2 should come out as the output. So you see what we are giving at pin number 2, this is 0, logical 0. So directly the 0 will be the value we are passing at pin number 2 of your multiplexer. Pin number 2 means third one. So the same you can see here. The same is transferred. The same is transferred. So from here when you go, it comes. Okay? Sorry. So this one. So this directly will be given like this. And the same, this will be directly given like this. And this will be directly given like this. For all the multiplexers, when S1 and S0 are 1, 0, 0 will be passed on. 0 will be passed on. Okay. So here, this will be 0. Now, if S1 and S0 are 1, 1, so here what we are doing, this 0 gets complemented by using a NOT gate. So the 0 becomes to 1, and that is the input given at position number 3, that is 4th pin. So the same is given like position number 3. The same is given at position number 3. The same is given at position number 3 like this. Okay, now here it will be 1. Okay, so that is the impact or the effect of your select lines. So you see S1 and S0 are 0, B. Here also they are 0, it is B. So when they are 0 and 1, it is B bar. When they are 1 0, they are 0 0. When they are 1 1, they are 1 1. That is okay. Now C in we see. So C in is 0. First we pass C in is as 0 value. So what will happen? So when these two are 0 0 and Cn is 0, these two outputs, so this is 0, x0 is a0, y0 is b. So 0 plus a0 plus b0 means a0 plus b0 is a plus b. When this is Cn is 0, when Cn is 0, simply it performs addition. Okay, when if Cn is 1, both S1 and S2 are 0 zeros only. They are not changing. S1 and S2 are 0 0 only, but the input what we are giving at initial carry bit is 1. So at that situation, as S1 and S0 are 0 zeros, one input, that is Y input here is B only, as this. B means here B0, B1, B2, B3. Okay, B only. But the Cn is 1. So what will happen for this full adder? A plus B, always for all, A plus B plus C. C is here what we gave? 1 we gave. So A plus B plus 1. So what is this operation? Add with carry. So S1, S0 are zeros and Cn is 0. We simply perform add operation, add micro operation. And S1, S0 are 0 0 and Cn is 1. We perform A plus B plus 1, add with a carry bit. Add with a carry bit. Now come to the second combination. That is S1 and S0 are 0. So when S1 and S0 are 0 1, what is selecting here? B0 bar. So that is B bar will be selected. So A plus B bar. So here Cn value will be again of two combinations. One is 0. What will happen when it is 0? What will happen when it is 1? So when it is 0 1 and Cn is 0, we perform A plus B bar. This is nothing but subtract with borrow. You can ask me, what is subtract with borrow, sir? So generally what is subtract? Subtract means A minus B. This is nothing but A plus B bar plus 1. A plus B bar plus 1. This is subtract. What borrow means? Minus 1. So this for this, simply we can say minus 1. This is nothing but A plus B bar. So A plus B bar is nothing but subtracting with borrow. So subtract with borrow will be performed when S1, S0 are 0, 1 and Cn is 0. So fine. Now the second time these two will remain same 0 and 1, but here the Cn value will be, instead of 0 we give Cn value as 1. So now here because it is 0 and 1, obviously the Y input will be B bar as usual. So A plus B bar plus here what is there in Cn? 1 is there. So A plus B bar plus 1. What does it mean? It is nothing but the 2's complement of B. So when you are adding a 2's complement of one input to the another input, it is nothing but the subtract operation. It is nothing but the subtract operation. So now we have performed addition with carry, subtract with borrow and subtract operation. Fine? Now here third one 1 0. So S1 and S0 are 1 and zeros, 1 0. At that point of time, the input value what we are giving at this pin number 2, that is third position is this 0, this 0. So means when Cn is 0, Y is set as 0 here. So here it is at B, it is B bar, this 0 and 1. So here also it is B, B bar, 0, 1. So here also B bar 0, 1. So B bar 0, 1. So when S1 and S0 are 1, 0, the Y value will be 0, 0, and see here 1, 0, Cin is 0. So here it is 0, Cin also 0. So A plus this input is 0 plus Cin is 0, which we will get as A. So when you give A as input and A is generated as output, this is nothing but transferring the same input value. Transferring the same input value. So here what we are performing is our normal register transfer operation. In the first class or second class I told you register transfer operations, that is R1 is R2. The value of R2 is copied into the R1. Transferring. So apart from addition, subtraction, increment, decrement, here in this diagram we are also executing the register transfer operation. So here the transferring the same input is happened as one of the micro operation. Now when it is Cin is 0, but where S1 and S0 are same 1, 0, but here Cin becomes to 1. So at that situation A plus at 1, 0, what will be by 0? So at 1, 0 the Y will be 0 plus the Cin here is, it is 1. So plus 1. This is nothing but A plus 1. A plus 1. So what is A plus 1? Incrementing the A value. Incrementing the A value. Okay. Now when it is 0, 0 is over, 0, 1 is over, 1, 0 is over, 1, 0 is over. So 0, 0 for Cin 0 done. 0, 0 for Cin 1. 0, 1 it is 0. 0, 1 it is 1. 1, 0, 0. 1, 0 it is 1. Now come to the fourth combination of our select lines, that is 1 and 1. Fourth combination of our select lines 1 and 1. Whatever the value that is given at pin number 3, that is the fourth position of your multiplexer will be now. So what is pin number 3? The 0 is complemented and given here. The 0 is complemented and given here. So means 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 at all multiplexers. So what will happen if it is 1, 1, 1, 1? So one input is always A plus, and this input is 1 and our Cin is 0. And you can say A plus 1 plus our Cin is 0. So here 1, 1, 0, 1. So it is nothing but A minus 1, because complementing, the complement value will be executed here. So we are going to perform the decrement operation. So A plus 1 means you are going to add 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, all ones. So here this is 1, this is 1, this is 1, and this is 1. So the 4 bits of A, the 4 bits of this carry, whatever is 1, 4 ones are added. So this 4 ones is nothing but 2's complement of 0, 0, 0, 1. 2's complement of 0, 0, 0, 1. So when you are going to perform addition of 2's complement of a number with one input, that is the operation nothing but A minus 1, which is nothing but a decrement. Now the last operation in this arithmetic circuit is S1 and S0 are 1, 1. So A is one input. So when these two are 1, 1s, here Y is the third operation 1, 1 plus, and here Cin is 1. So at this situation, so as I told you previously, A plus adding 1 means, that is 0, 1, 1, 0, adding all ones means it is nothing but A minus 1. So when for this A minus 1, if you are going to add again A plus 1, this becomes to A, which is again nothing but a transfer. So in this there is 2 times the transfer operation is got repeated. 2 times the transfer operation is got repeated. So addition with carry, subtract with borrow, transferring, incrementing, decrementing. All the arithmetic micro operations apart from the register transfer is executed in one hardware diagram only. So this is the final arithmetic circuit which performs all the 4 previous operations along with the register transfer operation. And with this, now we are concluding this arithmetic micro operations. And now the next topic what we have to discuss is the logical micro operation. So means what are the different types of logical micro operations and their like notation and hardware part of the logical micro operation. So see, there, as I told you, there are basically 4 types of micro operations. One is register transfer, one is arithmetic, next one is logical, next one is shift. So this register transfer is something unique when you compare with these 3. That uniqueness is whenever you perform the register transfer, no change in the input value. No change in the input value when you see it as output. But whereas when you perform any of these operations, arithmetic, logical, shift operations on the given inputs, if you observe the output, definitely there will be a change occurs. So now we have completed RT and arithmetic operations common circuit. Now let us see the logical micro operations. What are the various logical micro operations generally you know? I am repeating my question. What are the various logical micro operations generally you know? Yes, see. AND, OR, NOT, NAND, NOR, XOR. Okay, AND, OR, NOT, AND, NOR, XOR. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the basic 6 logical micro operations that are in general be used. I think you know very well the logical gates also, like gate symbol also looks like this. And there is one more, in fact, which is nothing but exclusive. NOR, I can say exclusive. NOR is nothing but, I think, maybe XY bar is for 1, and another one is XY plus X bar Y bar. I think these may be 2. It will get confused which one is which equation is meant for what. So one is XY plus X bar Y bar. One is X bar Y plus XY bar. So this is the basic logical micro operations we need to perform on given inputs A and B, A and B, A and B. So A, B, A, B. So A, B. So A, B. So again the size of the register A is 4 bits, the size of the register B is 4 bits, our assumption. So now we will just discuss all these 4 operations, all these 7 operations, and the equivalent hardware part and its applications in general, where we use the logical micro operations also we will discuss now. Okay, my dear students, let us see the second type of micro operations are logical micro operations, and among these logical micro operations, the 4 basic micro operations are, I think, AND, OR, XOR, not operations. So I think you know very well the importance of the XOR gate, which we have used in our multiplication operation like both multiplication operation and division circuit, etc. Even though there are basically 4 micro operations, and whatever the different logical operations can be performed. So for example, if there are 2 inputs A and B are there, 2 inputs A and B are there. So you know very well that if you want to perform A and B, so this is the micro operation A and B. So once if you can do this A and B, and with the NOT operation which is available, you can get NAND. The same way, NOR also. So this is A union B is OR operation. Again, with the help of your NOT operation, this can be converted as NOR. Like this, once if you can design a circuit, for these 4 basic operations, by using these four, we can generate any of the logical operations. We can achieve any of the logical operations. So here the table is given. 2 tables are given here. Let us see with the help of these 2 tables the various logical micro operations that can be performed are. So here x is 0, y is 0, x is 0, y is 1, like this. So here x represents 1 bit of A. So x is equal to AI, where I is 1 to n, or you can say I is 0 to n minus 1, where n is the size of the register. So if our size of the register is of 4 bits, which in general we are talking 0th bit, first bit, second bit, third bit. So x will be either A0, A1, A2, A3. Like that, y also. So y represents 1 bit of register B. 2 registers A and B if you assume. So we are going to consider n bit length of the register A and B. That n value is 4, 8, whatever it is. Now there are different Boolean functions. We can achieve with these combinations. The first function here is f0. Here is f0. So when it is 0, 0, say its value may be 0. Let's assume. So all 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. When it is 0, 1, so 1, 0, so 1, 1. Like this, see for example, if there are 4 bits, 4 bits with 2 possible values, 4 bits with 2 possible values, total combinations will get here, total Boolean functions, not combinations. Combinations are 4 only, 2 bits, 2 power 2, but by using these 2 power 2 combinations, the number of Boolean functions we can generate are 2 power 4 Boolean functions. Okay, where the values of these 2 power 4 Boolean functions are starts from 0, 1, 2, 3 up to like 50. So here we can observe f0 is all zeros. It is 0, 0, 1 means 1. If it is 0, 0, 1, 0 means it is 2. It is 0, 0, 1, 1, it is 3. 0, 1, 0, 0, 4, 0, 1, 0, 1, 5, 0, 1, 1, 0, 6, and so on. All ones it is 15. So 0 to 15, total 16 Boolean functions we can achieve, or we can get with these 2 input values. But what is the meaning of each Boolean function? We have given the binary values for all these Boolean functions, but what each binary value or binary output of this Boolean function represents, we need to check it out. See here, if I say x by 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, you can take any one. Say for example, we take F5. What is the output of this one? F5, 0, 1, 0, 1. So this will be xy, this is x complement by, this is x complement is 0 and this becomes to 1, x complement by, this is x, this is also again xy and this is xy. Okay, so like this we can write. So this is nothing but xy plus x bar y plus xy plus xy, like this kind of. So xy 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. Your simplification using maybe Carnot maps or whatever it is, this can be written as xy plus x bar y. So this can be, y can be taken common, y x plus x bar, this is maybe 1. So y into 1 is equal to y. So we have taken the fifth Boolean function for the given inputs. We have written the mnemonic or Boolean variable combination of this, and after simplifying, and calculation, we got y as output. So you can see in this table, Fy is meant for y. Fy is meant for y. Actually, y stands for what? Y stands for input B. X stands for input A. So when you are for the function Boolean function F5, yes, I have taken an example of F5. You can do the same process for any of the function, Boolean function. So when x and y represent like this, for the Boolean function F5, the output is y. That means B. Simply transfer of B. Now you can take one more any Boolean function. You can take any Boolean function and you can get it simplified in different way, like x, y. I think you know this way of simplification is nothing but K-map. This is nothing but K-map. So we'll see now F12 we take F12. So this is xy, this is xy bar, and this is x bar y, this is x bar y bar. Okay, now if you take F12, so 1, 1, 0, 0. So in our Carnot map, simplification is like this. Okay, now here you can or else I think first you will get x bar y, x bar. In these two common will be y only, no? So common is x, y and y bar. So this is x bar. So x bar. So here common is y, common. So like this. And after I think if you go for the K-map, I forgot the K-map simplification. Or else if you can see the F12 function. So x by 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. The F12 output will be 1, 1 and 0, 0. So this is how you get this x bar, y bar. This is x bar, y. This is x, y. This is x bar, y bar. Okay. Now if you add these four, so x bar, y bar plus x bar, y plus x, y plus x bar, y bar. So this one and this one are common. So we can say x bar, y bar plus x bar. In these two, you can take y as common. So x bar plus x. So y, this becomes 1. So x bar, y bar plus y. So in your Boolean postulates, there is a principle that a plus a bar b bar. If you consider this is a and plus a bar b bar is nothing but you will get a b bar. So F12 you will get x bar. F12 you will get. So like this. Actually I thought of explaining this using a K-map, but there is a little bit confusion in the simplification of the K-map. So you can simplify any Boolean function by taking any Boolean function among these with these outputs and with these inputs. You can write the combination and you can get it simplified by using your Boolean rules and Boolean postulates. Finally you get. See, first F0 all zeros. So F0 is equal to 0 means clearing the output. When you use this clearing the output, so whenever initially when you are going to write a C program like this, something say you can see n is equal to 0. So what you are going to do are adding 10 numbers. So initially you will say sum is equal to 0. So this is initialization, setting the variable sum into 0. At this situation we will be using this type of Boolean function. So setting the output to 0 means clearing the output. Whatever the previous values that are there in that F register will be cleared to 0. So F is a 4-bit register that contains 0, 0, 0, 0. So for the Boolean function F, first one. So next one F1. F1 is xy. So you just see here F1 0 xy. Xy means 0 into 0, 0, 0 into 1, 0, 1 into 0, 0, 1 into 1 is 1. So F1 here stands for meaning of xy. What is actually the logical operation of multiplication AND operation? So the name of this micro operation is AND. Now you come to F2. So F2 is, this is x, y, this is 0 plus xy plus this is plus xy plus this is sorry here x y bar and this is plus x bar y bar. You will get like this. So after getting simplification you will get x y bar as the output for this one. So A and operation B completed. But you can ask me here, sir, where we use this x y bar? So here you just see the function F2 is x y bar. You can observe somewhere else x bar y also will be there. See, x bar y also there. So if you do x y bar plus x y bar x bar y, this is the logical exclusive OR operation. Exclusive OR operation. So when you draw a circuit for which the one output will be F4 and the second output will be, say for example, F2, and when you give these two to an OR gate, so where F4 plus F2, that is x bar y plus xy bar is nothing but exclusive OR between x and y, that is A and B only. A and B only. So like this, even though directly that F2 and F4 doesn't have any meaning, but indirectly they are going to helpful in performing exclusive OR operation. Indirectly they are able to useful for performing the exclusive OR operation. Now you see F3. So nothing but transferring A directly. So what is F3 stands for here? A 0 0. So 0 0 1 1. So here F3 stands for the value of x irrespective of the value of y. F3 stands for the value of x irrespective of the value of y. So F3 means xi. What for xi stands here? Xi is nothing but a register A. So if you want to transfer the value of A as it is directly, you will use the Boolean function F3. Somewhere else you can see transferring of B also you can see here. So F5. Previously we have made the simplification F5. So what is 0 1, 0 and 1. So whatever the value of x, we don't bother. F5 gives you yi. Is nothing but transfer of b. And F4 just now we have explained. F4 0, 1, 0, 0. So means 0, 0 and 1. So here x bar y. So x bar y. F4. So like this. And then come to F6. F6 stands for x bar y bar. See here F6 0, 1, 1, 0. So when the output will be 1, where the two inputs are different, and the output is 0 when the two inputs are same, is the property of your exclusive OR gate. The property of your exclusive OR gate is when the two inputs are zeros, the output are same, not zeros, same, the output will be 0, and when the two inputs are different to each other, either 0 or 1, then the output will be 1. That's the property of the exclusive OR gate. So the Boolean function F6 meant for XOR gate. Now F7. So this is A union B. A union B, just you see, OR operation. So A union B, A plus B or something else. So which one is F7? F7. So 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, and 1 plus 1 is 1. You can ask me here, sir, 1 plus 1 is 1, 0, then you are writing here 1, what is this nonsense? But this 1 plus 1 is equal to 1, 0 is in the concept of our adders, but not in the gates. We have already discussed this point. So in gates, this is the operation. F7 is meant for x plus y, that is OR gate. So like F8, so just is volta, vice versa of F7. It is 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. So F8 is x plus y whole bar. So means NOR gate. A union B stands for OR gate, A union B bar stands for NOR gate. So F8 is meant for NOR operation. Now F9, exclusive or complemented. See, exclusive or complemented is XNOR. See here, just see 0, 1. Which one is exclusive? F6. So F6 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. So this is F9 is just a complement of the F6. So actually what is F6? It is exclusive OR, whereas F9 will be the exclusive NOR. So AND gate is over, clearing is over, XOR is over, OR gate is over, NOR gate is over, and XNOR is over, transferring is also over. Now we will see complementing of A and complement of B. So F10, you just see F10 value. What is 0, 1, 0, 1 is there? Here F10 is 1, 0, 1, 0. Whenever 0, 1, 0, 1 is there, F10 is 1, 0, 1, 0. That is what all the y values are simply complemented irrespective of the x value. So F10 stands for complementing B. Okay, F11 like this xy bar and x bar y, even though they are of no meaning. So F11 gives you x plus y bar, F13 gives you x bar y bar. They will be used in the simplification concepts of your Boolean expressions. Now coming to the F12 x bar, A bar complement, F12. See 0, 0, 1, 1 is given here is 1, 1, 0, 0. 0, 0, 1, 1, given here is 1, 1, 0, 0. Just complement of the x operation. So F12 is meant for complementing A. Complementing A. Now F13 we have discussed with like just F11, and F14 x y complement. So this is AND operation, complementing AND operation will get NAND. See what is actually AND operation here? F1. So you take F1 0, 0, 0, 1, where when you come to the F14 it becomes 1, 1, 1, 0. So all 3 zeros and fourth one is 1. Reverse 3 ones and 0. When it 3 zeros and 1 is meant for AND gate, 3 ones and a 0 meant for a NAND gate. So F14 is equal to the Boolean operation of your NAND gate. F14 is equal to the Boolean operation of your NAND gate. Now coming to F15. So what is the equivalent value of your decimal 15 is all ones. Decimal 15 equivalent value is all ones. of your binary. So all ones. So F15 Boolean function stands for set the output value into 1. Set the output value into 1. So these are the 16 basic operations that are generated with the two input values, where this x and y are meant for representatives, single bit representatives of the register A and the register B. Single bit representatives of the register A and register B. So for all these 16 bit Boolean functions, we have derived the micro operation and its name. But remember, I told you there are basically only 4 operations and in the logical micro operation. So here we will see 1 bit logical hardware diagram. So S0, S1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So what this diagram is stands for, anybody can tell? So this diagram is 4 inputs with 1 output. So here A0, B0. So a 4x1 multiplexer is taken here for explaining a 1-bit logical operator. So A0, B0. So there are 2 select lines, S0 and S1 are given here. When S0 and S1 both are given 0, 0, so operation 0 is executed. When 0, 1 is there, operation 1 is executed. When it is 1, 0, operation 2. When it is 1, 1, operation 3. Okay. Now, if these two are 0, 0s, so what is the A0 and B0 are given to an AND gate, and here A and B operation. A and B operation. So means the micro operation here we perform is A and B operation. Now it is, this value is 0 and it is 1. So this first one will be selected. So here what the gate we are using is an OR gate. So A or B operation. So when it is 1 and 0, this will be executed. So here the 2 inputs of A0, B0 are given to an exclusive OR gate. So with this. Okay. Now the fourth operation, when it is 1, 0, only bit A is given to a NOT gate. Here a complement will be. So with the values of the select lines, 2 select lines, what we are using S0 and S1, we perform AND operation, OR operation, exclusive operation, A, this one. When you can perform the 4 basic operations, with the help of all these basic operations, you can achieve any of the 16 micro operations. So this is the diagram meant for a 1-bit logical hardware part. So as I told you, register A contains 4 bits and register B contains 4 bits. Again, such type of 4x1 multiplexers, we need to cascade 1 by 1 4 multiplexers. So where all A0, A1, B1 will be given, A2, B2 will be given for next one, A3, B3 will be given for the 4th multiplexer. But all the S lines, select lines are commonly given to all the multiplexers like this. So if the length of the registers are 4, you can use 4 by 1 multiplexers to get the AND operation, OR operation, exclusive operation or NOT operation. Now, what are the general basic applications of this logical? So you can previously when we discussed about the arithmetic operations, you know very well for performing addition, subtraction, multiplication, division or increment, decrementing. Okay, we use that arithmetic micro operations. But these logical micro operations, of course, for the purpose of implementing these gates, by using the gates again, but what are the various applications that are meant for implementing the micro operations are, one application is selective set, second one is selective complement, fourth one is selective clear, and there is, I think, one more is there. Yeah, masking, mask or next one is insert, next one is clear. These are the various applications that these logical micro operations will be used. Means with the help of the logical micro operations we will perform these all operations. So what we do is, in our next class we will take one example for each application of your logical micro, which may take 10 to 15 minutes. Then we will go for discussing about the shift micro operations. So thank you one and all.